Part 62, the Epistle to the Hebrews, Heeding the Voice from the Mountain. Why we should heed the voice from the mountain. Those at Mount Sinai did not escape. We have seen from our study that every transgression and disobedience received a just reward. Hebrews 2, verse 2. Those who sinned, their corpses fell in the wilderness. Hebrews 3, verse 17. Those who rejected Moses' law died without mercy. Hebrews 10, verse 28. Thus, the argument is again one of comparison, from the lesser to the greater. How shall we escape if we neglect so great a salvation? Hebrews 2, verses 1 through 4. Of how much worse punishment, do you suppose, will he be thought worthy? Hebrews 10, verses 26 through 31. As Jesus said in Luke 12, verse 48, "For everyone to whom much is given, from him much will be required, and to whom much has been committed, of him they will ask the more." In Christ we enjoy so much more. Dare we refuse to heed him who speaks, not from Mount Sinai, but from Mount Zion, heaven itself? The one who speaks will shake heaven and earth. When God spoke at Mount Sinai, the earth trembled. Exodus 19, verse 18. The day is coming when both heaven and earth will be shaken, even removed, as promised in Haggai 2, verse 6, which refers to the removal of those things that are being shaken, as of things that are made. 2 Peter 3, verses 10 through 12. Dare we refuse to heed him who speaks with such impact? We are receiving a kingdom which cannot be shaken. While everything made will one day perish, we are receiving kingdom which cannot be shaken. Note the present tense, are receiving. Thus, we are in the process of receiving this kingdom. It is a kingdom both present and future. In one sense, we are now in the kingdom. Colossians 1, verse 13, Revelation 1, verse 9. In another sense, we have yet to enter the kingdom. 2 Peter 1, verses 10 and 11. It is a kingdom inaugurated when Jesus ascended to sit at God's right hand on David's throne. Acts 2, verse 30 through 36. To be culminated when Jesus returns to deliver the kingdom to God. 1 Corinthians 15, 23 through 26. Thus, it is a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. It shall stand forever. Daniel 2, verse 44, of which there will be no end. Luke 1, verse 33. Receiving such a kingdom, dare we refuse to heed him who speaks? The one who speaks is a consuming fire. We've read of a fiery indignation which will devour the adversaries. Hebrews 10, verse 27. We've seen it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. Hebrews 10, verse 31. Even Jesus taught us to fear him who is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Matthew 10, verse 28. Dare we refuse to heed such an awesome God? Conclusion. God has indeed spoken. He has spoken through his Son. Hebrews 1, verses 1 and 2. He has spoken from Mount Zion, that heavenly city, the New Jerusalem, to which we have come through an obedient faith in Jesus. Hebrews 5, verse 9, where we can enjoy the fellowship of angels, the redeemed in heaven and on earth, and of Jesus and God himself, where we can enjoy a new and better covenant based upon the better sacrifice of Jesus' blood. But with such wonderful blessings come the responsibility of giving heed, not to neglect our great salvation, not to refuse him who speaks from the heavenly mountain. Therefore, our goal should be that is expressed by the author himself. Let us have grace, by which we may serve God acceptably with reverence and godly fear. Hebrews 12, verse 28b. With God's grace to help us, Hebrews 4, verses 14 through 16, we can serve Him in a manner well-pleasing to Him. Are you heeding the voice from the mountain? This concludes part 62 of the book of Hebrews.